have power, that the Latino vote is very important.
10% of U.S. voters are Hispanic, and 70% of them voted for Obama. Another reason for confidence is that opposition to reform may be less fierce, as illegal entries into the U.S. fell 85% over the last 5 years.
The recent anti-Morsi riots in Egypt has left more than 50 people dead, and severe pollution in China has resulted in traffic accidents as hospitals too had to grapple with the sheer number of respiratory cases. Details of those and other stories in this roundup of world news.
56 people have died in clashes over the last week in Cairo between protesters and security forces. The violence began with the second anniversary of the revolution that brought down former President Hosni Mubarak. The protest come amid severe economic problems and a growing frustration with President Mohamed Morsi. Severe pollution in Beijing caused a 40-car pileup on a freeway on Wednesday. Meanwhile, hospital admissions for respiratory complaints have increased by 20%. The pollution in the Chinese capital has been blamed on coal-burning power stations and exhaust fumes from cars. The authorities have ordered the closing of factories and removed government vehicles from the streets in an effort to reduce the smoggy haze. They are also considering banning the traditional fireworks for the Chinese New Year on the 10th of February. On Thursday in Burma, soldiers of the Karen National Union marched to commemorate the 64th anniversary of the Karen Revolution. The celebrations come a year after the Karen National Union signed a ceasefire agreement with the Burmese government. The Karen people continue to call for political dialogue and want more autonomy for their province near the border with Thailand. A doping scandal in the cycling world is once again making the headlines. Luxembourg's anti-doping body has banned Frank Schleck from 1 year from participating in the Tour de France after he failed the drug test in last year's event. He was sent home after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs following the 13th stage of the 2012 Tour. Schleck insists he is innocent and says that he has no idea how the substance got into his system.
Well, we now take our second break. We'll be right back.
Valentina was happy. Until her heart was torn by betrayal. A woman who walked away from shame with her head held high, but with a broken soul. She will strike out first to avoid being hurt again. But there's one who will not stand for it. A woman of steel. The drama that marked the history of the telenovela and traversed the world to more than 66 countries. The story that reunites two international stars, Lucero and Fernando Colunga. A woman of steel.
For details, contact Grts Marketing.
And before we go, reminder of our top stories. The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Dr. Aissatou Sedi, Wednesday returned from the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, where she attended the 20th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the African Union. The Ministry of Works and a private construction firm have signed a contract agreement for the establishment of a new police barracks in Kanifing. Relief at last. Over 11 million illegal immigrants in the United States are anxiously waiting confirmation of their citizenship status, courtesy of a new bipartisan deal. And a serious train collision in South Africa has left more than 200 people injured, most of them school children. Well, that seems to be all in this edition of the news. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Seize the day. Seize the day. A compelling blend of drama, passion, and misery. Luciana is young, beautiful, and rich. Her moments are fun and never-ending. But a close look reveals an insensitive and envious girl. Being a spoiled model, Luciana's envy of supermodel Helena extends beyond the catwalk.
Are you okay?
Get away from me. You must be happy with what happened. It's a curse. You've cast a curse on me. Oh my God!
Helena meets, falls in love, and marries Luciana's father, Marcus.
Dad!
Dad?
I just can't believe it.
I'm starting to think this is a trap.
Oh, look! The young lady is walking into the lion's den and thinks she's in a church.
I didn't know he was your father.
Can you hear me? Get out! Or else I will run over you! Run over you!
I want to see that.
Luciana's selfish life is the synthesis of everyone around her, until a fatality changes the scene completely. In Seize the Day, Manuel Carlos tells stories of survival with delicacy, sophistication, and sensibility. It is about rediscovering ourselves, about moments when we find the strength to get up. The theme, therefore, is to seize the day, because life is worth living. Sponsors invited for this captivating blockbuster. For details, contact Grts Marketing.
2, 3, and go!
Só sei que ela está com a razão.
Seize the day.